Yeah, so I'd like to get an idea of how long MROCs last, because from what I read, you can kind of have MROCs that last from maybe 2 weeks to maybe even 3 years. So Tom, what affects the kind of length of an
I think
MROC?
it all starts with what the client needs and what
Mhm.
their objectives are. We see that some clients have a bigger qual study, so study that needs just more than 4 focus groups, that is more strategic of nature as well. And then they move to a small MROC of just 3 weeks with 50 people. So it can be just an alternative for a bigger piece of qualitative research. We see other clients, on the other hand, using it to determine their plans for the next 3 years, for example. So that's even more than a big qual study. That's already a huge internal long-term strategic project. And then they do a community for 3 months, and during those 3 months, they work together with consumers to co-create, let's say, their future strategy. And then we have clients who say, well, for us, we do so much qualitative research. We have been connected with consumers all the time in our DNA, so let's have an ongoing community in the air that we use, let's say, almost every single day across different departments of the organization. And we do especially qual on it, but from time to time we do also a little bit of quantitative research on there. So for me, it's basically wall tool, but from time to time you do some quick and dirty, because it's quick and dirty, quant on it. So that are the three ways of using it. It can be just an alternative for a qual study. It can be when you have a high need in a certain period to be connected with consumers. It can be a deep dive in the consumer world, or it can be an ongoing connection with consumers. And I think in the last mode, then it becomes really interesting. Then it really gives you as a company almost a competitive advantage, because you can move quicker and faster than any of your competitors. But it also means that it needs to be embedded in the business, and I think that's still a challenge for a lot of companies.
And so I'm just wondering, then, it sounds like there's a lot of variables on which path you may take for doing an MROC. I'm just wondering, Carly, I'll throw this open to everybody. What, as a client, why would I choose perhaps a quick and dirty method, as Tom put it, or maybe a kind of a much longer MROC to run? What would I have to be going through as a client to choose which direction?
I think, I mean, we've done, both, where, like you say, it's like exactly what Tom said. You can do ones where it's long term and it's an ongoing process where you engage with them over a long period of time, and you just build upon, you like it mentioned, you bring it into your company and have it as part of your processes. We also do ones for, say, a couple of weeks or even a week, where the respondents or the members on the community are expected to engage for that whole week. So, or over the 2-week period, they might have 8 different tasks to do. So obviously you couldn't keep that going on for years, because it would just, the members wouldn't be able to do. But we do have, in terms of those short ones, we do quite a lot in the pharmaceutical work, to be honest, and with that it might be a period of time where you're asking them, you might send them something and they've got to document this online and discuss about it. So it really does matter on the subject, really.